guys, welcome to another episode of In Service and In Play with MJ. And I'm coming to you on this rainy Friday morning from my car. I am not driving, so I am able to video safely, so please don't worry about that. I am on my way to the gym. So in my last video, I talked to you all about the fact that I wanted to drill down and get more specific about what I wanted to talk about on this channel. And I started in on the topic of finding balance when you are in public safety, specifically law enforcement. And so since the gym is a big part of my life, I figured I would do a short video as I head to the gym so that I can kind of talk about how a lifestyle that includes exercise really contributes to that balance that you're looking for when you are in such a high-stress job like law enforcement. So now, I want to share a statistic with you. It's a little bit old, and there have not been a lot of studies done since this time. But back in the 90s, they did a study. The Office of Justice Programs did a study, and they found that law enforcement officers were more likely to die within 5 years of retirement and had a life expectancy of 12 years less than other people. Now, that should be a fairly startling statistic. And I know over the last 20 years, 30 years since this study took place, people have done more to be more healthy, and people are more health conscious now than they've ever been. But it does not change the fact that law enforcement lends itself to an unhealthy lifestyle. That's just the way that it is. And there are a couple of reasons for that. Number one, police officers work crazy hours. You work overnight, you work the middle of the night, and a lot of times you're working in excess of 10 or 12-hour shifts at a time. Secondly, when you are an officer that gets assigned to an overnight shift, the access to healthy food during those overnight hours is fairly slim, so you have to be pretty intentional about what you're going to eat during your shift. And that may mean that you have to meal prep and take your food with you, because the only thing you're going to find open after midnight in most places is IHOP or Waffle House. Yes, I am in the South, so yes, I know, IHOP and Waffle House. 7-Eleven, things like that. Things that are not the healthiest food choices out there. So you're going to have to be more intentional about what you take with you to eat at work. Secondly, a lot of police officers get into unhealthy habits, things like smoking and drinking, to help mitigate stress. And those two things together are a recipe for just serious health problems. Everybody knows smoking is a risk. Excessive drinking is also a risk. Not only is excessive drinking problematic for your physical health, it has an impact on your liver and on your brain and on your central nervous system, but it can also contribute to depression and a whole host of other problems. And I cannot tell you the number of officers that would come to work and tell me that they had to go home and drink a 12-pack of beer just to be able to go to sleep. That is not a healthy lifestyle, and that is not a normal reaction to a day at work. I don't know too many accountants or school teachers that are going home and having to drink a 12-pack of beer just to be able to go to sleep. So you have food choices, you have lifestyle habits like smoking and drinking that contribute to life expectancy being shortened in law enforcement. And then there's just the stress of the job itself, all the things that you see in a day as a police officer that cause stress, that cause those cortisol levels to spike, and for you to have adverse symptoms in your body. On top of that, cardiovascular disease is a huge issue for police officers, and again, that is because of the food choices and the lifestyle choices that police officers are making. When you work overnight, because you are sleeping during the day and working at night, it is fairly common to be vitamin D deficient as a police officer. So not getting the vitamins and nutrients that you need are all common to the job of law enforcement officers. So I said all that to say this. It is vitally important that you are aware of these issues as you embark on your law enforcement career, or even if you're in the middle of your law enforcement career. It is easy to get complacent and think, oh, I'm okay, everything's okay. But you need to be checking in on yourself. You need to be checking in, are your uniform pants fitting tighter than they did before? Are you having to let out your duty belt a couple of notches that maybe you didn't have to before? Are you feeling more tired and sluggish than you have in the last 6 to 12 months? These are all issues to be aware of, because if that's what's going on, number one, you need to check in with your healthcare provider. Go to the doctor, get a checkup, get a physical, see what's going on. And number two, if you're not already, find some kind of workout routine that works for you and the lifestyle that you have, so that you can give your body some exercise. Getting exercise will help you to achieve a higher level of balance in this career that you've picked. And that is so important, because the people who are important to you, your spouse, your children, your siblings, your parents, they want you to be around, and they want you to be around for a lot longer than 5 years after you retire. There's no point in working all of these years and spending all of this time in this career to retire and then within a few years not be here anymore, when there are simple choices that you can make now while you're still on the job that will make a huge difference in your life after retirement. So listen, I know gym memberships can be expensive, and this is not a paid endorsement, but Planet Fitness for 10 or 15 bucks, you can get a monthly membership. You can go work out. Most police departments have a gym facility within the police department. If you are with a local law enforcement agency, a lot of times they will offer you membership at the local YMCA or at whatever the local recreation departments are for free, so that you can go work out as a county or city employee. So look at what the options are that are available to you and utilize those options. And you don't have to get crazy, but listen, you are either getting ready to be a police officer and you're going to have to go through the police academy, which requires a lot of physical training, or you are already a police officer and at one point in your life you did go through the academy and you did undergo some pretty rigorous physical training. So you know you can do it. And if you know you can do it, then you can get back to where you were. And I'm not saying that you have to get crazy and work out 2 or 4 hours a day, but get on a piece of cardiovascular equipment, a treadmill, an elliptical, a bike, a rowing machine, and do 45 minutes. 45 minutes to get your heart rate up. And then do some weightlifting. You continue to burn calories for 5 hours after you lift. So do some light weightlifting after your cardio. And you will be surprised how much better you feel. Because number one, you're going to sleep better. But number two, and this is kind of a weird phenomenon, but I would work out before my shift, and even though, my body was tired, that workout gave me energy, and I felt so much better during my shift than I did when I didn't work out. And then, of course, make sure you stretch. Even on days that you don't work out, when you get up and before you go to bed, do some light stretching. Your body will thank you. All the equipment that police officers wear, the duty belt, the vest, all of the stuff that goes on your vest or on your duty belt is heavy. Most officers, it's another 25 to 30 pounds on top of their body weight. And that's a lot of stress on your back and on your hips. So do some stretching before bed and when you get up in the morning, and it will make a huge difference, even on the days that you don't work out. And I can attest, as somebody who turns 51 tomorrow, your body will thank you if you stretch regularly. Okay, well, I'm almost to the gym. I'm going to go get my workout in. Hopefully you guys will do the same. Make sure you press the like and subscribe button so that you know when I release new content. And y'all have a great day. Bye.